Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right in. What if I told you there's this invisible engine secretly controlling our deepest desires and everyday decisions? It's happening to all of us, entirely beneath our conscious awareness.
Seriously, why do we always want what we can't have? You know the feeling? The exact second a product sells out, suddenly you desperately need it. Or think about when someone pulls away from you, and boom, they are instantly, infinitely more desirable. Did their actual, real-world value just skyrocket? Or is our brain just hardwired to crave it?
Well, the answer is what we call the scarcity engine. It's this incredibly powerful psychological force that honestly completely overrides our logic. In this explainer, we're going to expose exactly how this thing operates, why it has such a tight grip on our desires, and most importantly, how you can actually spot it.
Okay, picture this. Two totally identical products side by side. We're talking the exact same pristine quality, same design, the whole shebang. One is always available, but the other has this tiny little label stuck to it, only 3 left. Now, absolutely nothing changed about the physical product itself, right? Literally just its availability.
But the instant something becomes limited, your brain sets off this crazy chain reaction. Suddenly we rush. Any hesitation drops completely. Decisions speed way up, and this kind of unnecessary competition kicks in out of nowhere. And why? Just because the supply dropped. Here's the thing. Our brains simply aren't designed to sit around calculating true objective worth. Evolutionarily speaking, we are wired to detect the risk of losing something. So we aren't calculating utility at all. Our brain is actually just rapidly scanning for the danger of missing out.
Psychologists actually have a name for this. It's called loss aversion. Basically, it's the principle that losing hurts about twice as much as gaining feels good. So when something is scarce, we don't just desire it more. We actually feel this overwhelming panic at losing the chance to even have it.
Scarcity takes that perfectly logical thought of, hey, do I actually need this? And entirely replaces it with pure panic. What if I lose this opportunity forever? And let me tell you, that fear drives action a whole lot faster than logic ever will.
Which brings us to our first battleground, human attraction. Let's look at how the scarcity engine totally fuels our romantic relationships, and especially emotional unavailability.
You see, when attention is full and consistent, desire just kind of stabilizes. But look at this process. Step 1, unpredictable attention creates a massive spike in anticipation. Then, step 2, your brain is practically forced to fill in the blanks with fantasy. And finally, step 3, all that imagination fuels a really deep, massive emotional attachment.
It's kind of an uncomfortable truth, honestly. A lot of the time, you aren't actually attached to the person, you are attracted to the uncertainty. Emotionally unavailable people feel attractive because, well, you're hooked. You're hooked on the unpredictable scarcity that they represent.
Moving right along to battleground 2, consumer behavior. Let's watch what happens when we shift gears into the high-stakes world of marketing and shopping.
Limited time offer, exclusive drop, last chance. We hear these all the time, right? But these aren't actual product features. They are highly engineered psychological triggers, and they are specifically designed to instantly fire up your scarcity engine. Because when something feels temporary, we completely stop analyzing, we stop delaying, and we just start reacting. Logic is literally obliterated by urgency. And this is exactly why totally average, run-of-the-mill products can sell out in minutes the second artificial scarcity is introduced. All right, finally, battleground 3, social value. Let's explore how scarcity literally shapes human status and how important we perceive people to be. Think about it. Being always available often directly translates to being undervalued. But on the flip side, being hard to reach almost automatically makes a person appear way more important. In our weird human psychology, high accessibility actually reduces your perceived value. And because of this dynamic, attention is absolutely the new currency. Someone who is busy and selective is essentially hoarding their attention like it's a highly scarce resource. Society tends to value you higher not because you are actually better, but simply because you're just harder to get. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the ultimate truth behind this whole engine. What is the absolute biggest misunderstanding about how this invisible force actually works? Well, here is the stark reality. Scarcity does not ever, and I mean ever, reflect true objective value. Whether we're talking about limited edition sneakers, a romantic partner, or getting into an exclusive club,
Scarcity doesn't add actual utility. It just hijacks your brain into thinking it's worth more. You see, scarcity really comes in two forms. There's natural scarcity, like our limited time on Earth or finite resources. And then there's engineered scarcity, like marketing urgency, waitlists, or even emotional unpredictability. But here is the crazy part. Neurologically speaking, your brain literally cannot tell the difference between a real, natural shortage and a completely manufactured trap. It fires the exact same way for both.
The scarcity engine does not care about the truth at all. It responds only to availability signals. When that signal hits, the fear of missing out is so overwhelming that it will almost always defeat logic, reason, and patience. The invisible engine just wins.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. What is one thing you valued more, but only after it became less available? Seriously, think about your recent purchases or even your past relationships. Once you see the scarcity engine at work, you really can't unsee it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. I'll catch you next time.